Switch. 26. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
And they give this time to the tailback. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 and 7.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
59, 18. You don't want nothing. Pick up the ball.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field.
30. 56. Mott's 56. Let's go one more.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Luck now to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Barkley with a carry on 1st down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From just shy of midfield, Luck. He'll get this to Eckler. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On first down, it's Lott. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. That one goes for 30 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. We're scoreless after one.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Slam.
To throw is Lott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but it'll be second and goal.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking out some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
You ain't got nothing. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback around.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Jason Pierre-Paul picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Hey, exit.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jason Pierre-Paul able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. This one complete to Miko Hardman. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Rodgers now on 1st down. It's caught here by Adams. He got 29 yards that time. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes.
You think play action right here because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Play 56. Hey, take 26. I got one. 56. Mike, 56.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Check out. 675. That's what I do.
Here's Lott. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First down, Saints.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 3rd and long. It's Lott. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to go. It's Lott. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. 20! And that's complete to Adams. A gain of 39 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Shoot, watch the shoot.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Packers. Evan Ingram in the final. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead now up to 14. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The final shot before the break. Luck. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Not too many breaks ahead, according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Green Bay offense at the line. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offense prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
They run again with Hines. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
319. 3 bus.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
Over.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, and partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Check back 21. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now. You better.
Now it's Love. Caught by Jones. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Let's go. Let's do it.
They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
5-yard gain on the play. First down, New Orleans.
Hey, check out. Line 40.
Stand situation. Let's go. Check. Mexico. 11B.
On 1st and 10, Love. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Thomas the intended target.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Check 56. Let's go.
Right back to him on 1st down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, alert 3.
On play action, now Rodgers. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
56 to 50.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got his man. That's Hardman. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, switch gears.
And he'll give it here to his running back. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Pick it up.
On play action, Rodgers completes it to Hardman. 30, 10, touchdown, Packers. Mecole Hardman. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A shotgun snap for Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Josh Jackson.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. Look at the spin. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On 2nd down now. It's Hines. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and
3.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. He's got Adams on the hookup. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. On first down, Hines looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jayon Brown able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
Right there, 54. Hey, 88.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. It's complete to Grant. Not able to convert on 4th down.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnovers.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Switch.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 11-yard line.
12. Hey, check Mike 21.
Hey, wahoo!
Hey, check Mike.
On 2nd and 2, Luck. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Don't be scared of it.
Strong right.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 22, Luck. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Luck now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Don't let it breathe. Play that time deep. Don't let it breathe, defense. Pick the edge.
Now Saquon Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Wow. It's complete to Golden Tate. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Barkley, and he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And nothing but daylight ahead. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Set a tone.
Shit.
Rugby.
One last throw here for Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got